Hello beautiful people, welcome to the second part of this tutorial. So if you've not seen the first part, please do well to check it out. In that video I shared how to cut and sew the blouse. Although I wasn't done with it, it's left with the sleeve. So here in the second part, I'm going to show you how to cut and sew this bell sleeve I have right here, and also how I made the pencil skirt I paired with it. So please do well to watch, like, share, subscribe, and let us get straight into the video. So I'm going to begin with the sleeve. I've gone ahead to place my fabric on a fold, and then from the top I'll mark down half an inch. You can mark down 1 inch. You just need a top margin line or a top starting line, and from that top line the next thing you mark is your cap height. So for me it is 4.5 inches, and you're going to draw a line across. Still placing your tape from the top line, you're going to mark the sleeve length. So the sleeve length I'm working with here is 27 inches plus 1 inch for hemming allowance, so I have 28 inches. You have to make sure that the length is really long, about 2 to 3 inches longer than your actual wrist. Okay. Next, you're going to mark the midpoint between the starting line and the sleeve length. So starting line to sleeve length is 28 inches. To mark the midpoint is 14 inches. Then you go above that midpoint by 1 inch. So what you have now is 13 inches if you're using the exact measurement as me. Okay, so you draw a line across there, 13 inches. Now we have all the lines we have now are the starting line, the bicep, the elbow, and the sleeve length. Now the next thing you do is to bring in your blouse, and then you measure half of the armhole, preferably the back armhole. So you're going to measure that, and whatever you have, you're going to take that measurement from the starting line down to the bicep slanted. Make sure that your tape is starting at the folded edge of your fabric. So you go down this way into the bicep line, mark what you have there, bring in your ruler and draw out the line visibly, and then you're going to go ahead and divide this line into 4 parts. So you first of all divide it into two, you mark the midpoint, and then you go ahead and divide from the folded edge to that midpoint line, and from the midpoint down to the bicep line. And when you get those points, the first point you divided and then the last point before the bicep line, you go above and below by half of an inch, above at the top, below toward the bicep line, and then you draw out the armhole for the sleeve. I have a more detailed sleeve tutorial on here on my channel, so you can check it out. I might leave the link to that in the description, because what I have here might not be very clear enough, especially for this armhole part. Now moving over to the sleeve length, so we can get the wideness we need. I marked 13 inches here as the width. You know that this is on a fold. When I open this up, I have 26 inches, and this includes 1 inch for sewing allowance. So 13 inches on fold is what I use as my sleeve length width. Okay, so you can do more than this or less than this, depends on you. Now I'm going to go over to this elbow line, and you mark exactly what you have on the cap height on the elbow line. So you're just going to measure what you have on the cap height, mark it exactly on that elbow, and then go ahead and connect the points together. So you can use a ruler or just use your free hand, but make sure that you don't have any sharp points. So you have to blend the curve from the cap height down to the elbow, blend it into the sleeve length, which is more extended than the other points. Okay, now come over to this sleeve length, the open edge, you go above there by 2 inches, and then you blend this into the folded edge. Now doing this is going to give the edge of your sleeve a very nice look and nice finish. Assuming I use the paper to cut this out, you have to slash and spread, and when you extend the part that is toward the edge, it goes up a little bit. So let's just say that's the idea we're trying to use here as well. Okay, now go ahead and cut it out as you can see, and then you notch the center, so you know the center of your sleeve cap. Now this is it for one. You go ahead and use this to cut out a second sleeve, and I also went ahead to cut out lining pieces for my sleeve because it's going to be open and I want the inside to look neatly finished. And also this fabric is really light, so I want something to thicken it up. Okay, so now next thing we're going to do is to start sewing. You place your fabrics right sides together this way and sew the edge. We added 1 inch for sewing allowance, so you go ahead and sew from the top down to the sleeve cap with 1 inch of allowance. And whatever you're doing for the main fabric, you're going to go ahead and do it for the lining pieces as well. After sewing the sides of the sleeve, you can see what I have here on the lining. I'll go ahead and shorten this lining by half of an inch. So I'm trying to shorten the lining so that by the time I turn it in with the Ankara fabric, it can bring in a little piece of the Ankara fabric, so that it seems like the Ankara fabric is what finishes the sleeve at the edge. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but this is all I can say for this. Okay, so I just went on to shorten the lining by half of an inch. Now turn the lining over to the right side and insert this into the sleeve. So you have to make sure that your lining and main fabric are placed right sides together. So you first of all place them together along the sleeve opening this way all around. That is your wrist. And then you go ahead and pin the edges together, so the side edges where you have sewn. So I'll just take it to my machine and sew the edges all around by half of an inch for the sewing allowance. And now after sewing it, I'm going to bring everything out, making sure that the lining and ankara piece are right sides outwards. I'm bringing out the right side. Okay, I'm trying my best to explain this. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag in the lining to the wrong side of the ankara so that the lining stays inside, because it is meant to line, it's not meant to show outside. Now when you bring this inside, the ankara is going to go in with the lining a little bit, just by half of an inch, because if you remember, we shortened this lining by half inch. So that half inch that was shortened is going to be replaced by the ankara fabric. I think this is the best way I can explain this. Now just going to go ahead and iron this out nicely, and then it is time to attach it to our blouse. I really hope you understand what I am saying. Now you bring in your blouse, and then you take the side seam of the sleeve, and you're going to place this with the side seam of the blouse at the underarm. You use a pin to hold it in place. You're going to place the center of the sleeve along the shoulder seam of the blouse, and then you pin it as well. You go ahead and sew it all around. Now while you're sewing, you have to make sure that you're actually sewing the lining pieces and the main fabrics for the sleeve and for the blouse together. Everything is going to be sewn so that you don't have your lining hanging somewhere by the time you're done attaching. You can decide to secure the sleeve armhole and the blouse armhole separately with a loose stitch before attaching them together. It might help you better. Okay, so this is what I have after attaching both sleeves to the blouse. Everything has come out looking very nice and neat. Now turning this inside out, you can see how neatly finished it is on the inside. The blouse was finished completely with a lining, and the sleeve as well. The only part that is left bare is this attachment between the sleeve and the armhole of the blouse. So I'm going to overlock that part later on so I can have a complete clean finish. So this is it for the blouse. I'm going to set this aside so we can work on the skirt. Now for the skirt, I'll be making use of this basic skirt block that I have. I don't have a tutorial for this exact skirt block, but I have other tutorials here that you can check and follow. But this particular one is from my online class. If you'd like to know more about my online classes, please let me know in the comments. Okay, so now moving on with what we have here, I'll go ahead and bring in my fabric and place it on a fold, and then bring in the skirt block. So we're starting with the front skirt. So this here, I'll place the center front on the folded edge, and I want to increase the length of this skirt. I don't want to work with what I have from the skirt block. So I want it to be 27 inches as the full length of the skirt. I shortened it later on, but we'll get there. So I first of all marked 27 inches. I drew a line across for the full length of the skirt, and then this is a block, so it doesn't have any sewing allowance. So to the side, I'm going to add 1.5 inches for the side seam sewing allowance. I'll follow the shape from the hemline all the way to the waist, and then I'll go ahead and just cut it out. So I'll follow the exact shape. This skirt block has darts and everything present here except for side seam sewing allowance, and the length is shorter than what I actually need. So I went ahead to mark that and then cut it out, and then I went ahead to just indicate my dart point so I know where my dart is going to end. Now since I want this to be a pencil skirt, I'm going to bring back the block and just mark where I have my hip line, my knee line, and then I'm going to go ahead and reduce 1.5 inches from the full length of the skirt. So I'm just trying to change the skirt from a straight skirt to a penciled skirt. So I'm reducing the hemline by 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to curve this up to the hip line, and then go ahead and just trim off the side a little bit, just like this. So this is it for the front part of the skirt. I'll go ahead and cut out the back piece. So I'll place this on fold again, my fabric, and then I'm going to bring in my back skirt block and place it on my folded fabric. Now for the back skirt, you have to make sure you have allowance toward the center and toward the side back for the zipper allowance and for the side seam sewing allowance. Okay, so now go ahead and place it this way. Don't be confused with the way I'm placing it. I'm just trying to make sure that the markings are facing upwards. Now go ahead and extend the length to 27 inches, just like I did for the front. I'll draw a line across there as a new length, and now to the side, I'm going to add 1.5 inches for the side seam sewing allowance, just like I did for the front. So you know that there are no allowances on a block, so you have to add your allowance where necessary. And now move over to the center back and add 1 inch for the zipper allowance, and also for joining the two pieces at the center back. So now just add it, follow the shape from the hemline all the way to the top, and then cut it out. Then to the top of the skirt, you're going to also add half of an inch. So this skirt starts from my waistline down. So I'm not going to attach any band. I'm going to use a lining to turn it in on the waistline. Okay. I'll notch the top of the dart, and then I'll indicate where the dart ends by just putting a pin through the end of the dart and trying to mark it on the fabric. Now, just like I did for the front as well, I'm going to also try to make this a penciled skirt. So I'll bring back the paper and mark the hip line, the knee line, and then I'm marking this at the center and the side. And I'll go over to the hemline and reduce the center by 1 inch. So for the side, I reduced it by 1.5 inches. So I'm reducing the side by 1.5 inches, and then I'm reducing the center back by 1 inch. I'll connect from the skirt length upwards to the knee line, and then from the knee, I'm going to use a slight curve to blend this into the hip. So you can see how I'm blending the center back. If you don't really understand, I have other beautiful tutorials where I cut out half length and I showed how to cut out the skirt and how to draft and cut out a proper skirt. Or you can just send me a message for my online class. Okay. So I'll go ahead and just cut it off after blending from the knee to the hip at the center and at the side. And now just to indicate the center back properly, because they're almost looking identical, I'll just go ahead and notch where I have the zipper allowance. And this is it for the back pieces of my skirt. Now I'm just going to take this and cut it out on the lining because I'm going to be fully lining this skirt. So this is what I have here for the front and for the back as well. I've cut out lining pieces for everything, and now it's time to start sewing. So I'll first of all start with the darts. I'm going to sew the darts on the front and on the back, the main fabric pieces, and I'm also going to sew the darts on the lining pieces as well. So this is what I have after sewing the darts on the skirt. This is one of the back pieces, and then this is another piece for the back, and I have my lining pieces here. Everything I've sewn the darts. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and join the sides together. So I'll start with the main fabric. I'll place the back on the front, right sides facing, making sure that the side seams align properly on the side, and I'm going to shape up the side with 1.5 inches because that's what I added as the allowance. But you also have to make sure that you confirm your body circumference measurement, your waist and your hip before you shape it up. But what I have here is exactly 1.5 inches that is left for me to shape up. So I'll go ahead and do that to the two sides. And what I'm doing for the main fabric, I'm also going to do for the lining piece. So this is what I have here after shaping up the sides. And at this point, I decided to shorten the skirt because after trying it on with the blouse, the fabric was looking all over the place. The print was doing too much, so I decided to make it shorter. So just to make the skirt shorter, I went ahead to reduce it by about 7 inches. So my skirt length shortened to about 20.5 inches instead of the initial 27 inches I cut out. So I went ahead to cut out the lining as well to shorten it so that I can match the skirt. And then I further reduced the lining by half of an inch. So remember what we did for the edge of our sleeve? We're doing the same thing here for the skirt. So the half inch that we have shortened from the lining is going to be replaced by the Ankara fabric on the inside. I hope you understand. So now place the main fabric and the Ankara right sides together and sew all around. You're sewing the waistline, the side seam, the hemline, but we're going to leave a little space at one of the side seams so that we can turn this over to the right side when we're done sewing. So just take it to your machine and sew everywhere all around with half of an inch. And this is what I have here after sewing and ironing. So now the little space I kept at one of the side seams is what I used to turn it over to the right side, and I ironed everything nicely. You can see that half inch that has been replaced by the Ankara fabric along the hemline. Now the last thing to do is to attach the zipper. Now I've ironed in the zipper allowance so I can have a sharp line to kind of indicate where I'm supposed to attach my zipper. So you know that the zipper allowance has shortened a little bit because of turning in the lining. So I'm using an invisible zipper for this, and this is going to stop 1 inch below my hip line. So my hip line is 8 inches, 1 inch below is 9 inches, and then I'll go ahead and seal off from the 9 inches down to the hemline. So I'll take this and then I'll just attach my zipper, and this is what I have. Everything is done. Everything looks nice and neat on the inside, on the outside. Very clean finish. You should try this out. So this is everything for this tutorial for the top, for our sleeve, and for the skirt. Thank you so much for watching the first part and for also watching this part. Please do well to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you have any questions, please drop it in the comments. I'll be so happy to respond. And that being said, thank you so much for watching once again. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye for now.